Well, without
All right.
further ado,
Let's get on with
let's
it.
go to the questions. Lori
right.
says, how do you hear the voice of God, and how do you know that he spoke to you? Good question, Lori.
Well, the book of Hebrews, it says those who, through reason of use, have their senses exercised to discern good from evil. There is no substitute for practicing the presence of God. And we all miss it. We all, we see through a glass darkly. Then we're going to see face to face. We hear in part. So how do you know? You know, among other things, the voice of God has got to coincide with the Bible. And if it doesn't, you know you're hearing something wrong. What else?
All right, Victor says, what is the difference between having a good, healthy self-esteem and being proud? Can't pride in oneself also be a good thing?
Victor, that's a tremendous question. I think that Jesus said this to us: you are to love your neighbor as you love yourself. I mean, that's what it amounted to. And if you don't have any self-esteem, you'll have a hard time reflecting self-esteem on somebody else. So you have to have some feeling inside that you are worth something. That song that they put out, some years ago, "I'm a Promise," that cute little song. I'm a great big bundle of joy all wrapped up. I am a promise. And I have hope, and I am something in God. So that perfectly is normal. And it's certainly nothing wrong with thinking if you can run a 100-yard dash in 9 seconds, then you are fast. And you don't say, well, I'm just an old slowpoke, because you're lying.
False humility is...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if you go around, I knew one young man, and years ago, he was a high school football star. And he never got over it. And it's kind of like, I don't care what you did in high school. I mean, who cares? Were you in the pros? Were you but don't tell me you're a hot shot because you were a halfback in the high school football team. We've all played high school football, so what?
I haven't. I have not played high school football.
Well, you've done something. But, the idea is to be proud of things like that and think that you're better than somebody else. That's the problem.
Well, it reminds me of the title of my book, You Are a Prize to Be Won.
You are a prize to be won. Beautiful. All right.
Joyce writes in, on what qualities should a Christian base their decision to vote for the president? I've sought guidance in prayer, but so far haven't gotten a clear answer, and our primary election is not far away. I've narrowed it down to 2, but changed my mind from day to day. I can relate. I definitely know who I don't want to be our next president.
I have organizations, and just 2 of them have about 3,000 employees. And so I have to make decisions along the way. Who would be the best? Now, the first thing you look at is character. If this person is a liar, this person is immoral, this person is a drunkard or a drug addict,
right.
You don't want those people. You wouldn't want somebody like that running your government yet, but we've had people who had that low character. And the other thing is, you've got a task. You want somebody as head of your public relations. Well, do they know how to do it? You want somebody as an engineer. Do they know how to make all that equipment work? You want a lighting expert. Do they know how to set the lights? And do they know what the shading is involved? And have they got experience? We somehow think we can take somebody off the street and make him the head of the biggest organization in the world. You need to look for experience. I think you say, what are you looking for? I think we need experience. We've got in there a community organizer who never ran anything in his life. And we have the failures to go along with it because he doesn't know. All right?
Amen. Well,
Okay.
Billy says, did Jesus Christ die a failure? The first time I heard this was from a Muslim. I was not shocked when I heard this from a Muslim, but I was shocked when I heard it from a professor of religion.
Failure is outrageous. Look, what was he here to do? Number one, he was here to tell people about God, about the Father. He was here to demonstrate a sinless life. But more than anything, he had to die. He had to die to pay the price for the sins of mankind. That's why he called himself the Son of Man. He was the representative of humanity who had to die in order to pay the price for all of our sins. You think that's a defeat? That's triumph. And he rose from the dead, and he lives forevermore, and he's in charge of everything, and everything bows their knee to Jesus Christ. He is a winner.
Amen.
God bless you. Thanks for being with us, and thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.